I rewatched Spider-Man 1 and found something very interesting. The truth of the matter is, we've never seen a hero this vulnerable. And in an era where we're getting a multitude of superhero movies with a multitude of fight scenes, we've never seen anything like this. I have it on good authority, ladies and gentlemen, that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man defecated mid-fight in Spider-Man 1. Don't leave. Do not fucking leave. Listen, this video does not represent my channel accurately. Some of you might be saying this is the most delinquent, childish video anyone could ever put out. What the hell? Listen to me. This is a very highbrow, intellectual channel, full with deep analysis, and I'm going to apply that here. I am not a child. I'm not immature. I'm just a cokehead. So, nobody speaks about this when talking about this film. A lot of people talk about, oh, Mary Jane's an asshole. All these characters are assholes. But this movie's so goated. There's so much nostalgia and all that shit. Look. I agree with all that. Only one thing. The final fight of this film is one of the most brutal things any film, PG-13 or R-rated otherwise, has come out with. That is a fact. I made a video about this topic way back, months back when I first started my channel, about how brutal this fight scene was, and I compared it to a long line of fight scenes, but this time I'm going to take a different angle. This time I'm going to compare it to the most recent version of a similar fight scene between Spider-Man and Green Goblin in No Way Home. And I'm going to explain the difference, okay? Now, when we go through the fight scenes, I have an issue with stuff that goes down. You see, we have that brutal Batman versus Bane fight scene. Only problem with this is the choreography is shit, right? We have the amazing, iconic train fight with Spider-Man and Doc Ock. Great fight, amazing. You could argue that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man shat himself here as well. You have the fight on the highway in Winter Soldier, one of the best choreographed fights of all time. It has been the inspiration for many fights after, okay? You have the final fight in Civil War where Captain America nearly breaks Tony's goddamn back. It's brutal. You got the warehouse fight with Batman. I will give Zack Snyder his flowers here. This fight scene was incredible. Then you get stuff where there's more of an ensemble, where it doesn't feel as personal. Endgame and Infinity War, they have a lot of good, decent fight scenes within them, but nothing feels as intimate, as personal as the fights I just mentioned. And in all these superhero movies, for the most part, these superheroes walk out clean. They look pretty. They look badass. None of them look utterly humiliated beyond belief. They all look really cool. And I never understand. We've never seen a hero look truly vulnerable. Now, we came close with Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 1, where the Vulture drops an entire arsenal of rubble on him. Brick walls, an entire building falls on this man. This man's crying, panicking, trying to get out of it, right? This is as close as we come in the MCU in recent memory. I can't think of another fight scene where a hero's looked that vulnerable. But we've never seen this. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man gets throttled, thrashed, molested. This is UFC level combos. Francis Ngannou level punches are being thrown at Tobey, and Tobey's like, ugh! These are the sounds he's making. He's getting bombs blown in his face, and look at his facial reactions when he's flying backwards. Look at this. Look at this. Have we ever seen this? Let's parallel it with Tom Holland's Spider-Man when he approaches a similar bomb that blows up in his face. What happens to him? Nothing. First of all, he walks it off without a scratch, and goes to Aunt May, who's not even burned by the blast, and nothing happens to him. He's just got his ass beat by Goblin, and he barely has any marks on his face. Let's be honest here. Now, Spider-Man does come back to beat Green Goblin's ass and look pretty badass, okay? We'll give him credit there. But we've never seen what I'm about to show you now. What I'm about to show you now is the height of vulnerability when it comes to superhero fight scenes. I've never seen a superhero look this embarrassed, look this pathetic, this stupid, quite frankly, and it's so awesome. Green Goblin lands a Francis Ngannou level on Alistair Overeem level uppercut on Peter. Peter goes flying into the air, flying, then drops onto the ground, drops on his ass, and what happens? He falls like this, and the sound he makes, I apologize for how fruity I'm about to sound, okay? Alright, I apologize in advance. He makes this sound, while he falls from the uppercut. In this moment, Peter Parker shat himself. Why do I think this? Peter Parker has been hit with bombs, hit with cars, he's been hit with everything. Spider-Man is a powerful, durable dude. Falling onto the ground is not enough to make you make this sound, in my opinion, no. If you would have made that sound, you would have made it right at the uppercut. He was making sounds prior to this. I believed he was on the onset of shitting himself. And the uppercut was the final blow that did it. In this moment, he crapped his pants. Now here's the thing. If anyone knows what it's like to really need to go to the bathroom badly, to the point where the gas is mustering in your stomach and forcing it out of you, and you're doing something athletic, that is one of the worst hells on earth. That's what Peter was going through when fighting Goblin. And then once he released it all, he beat the piss out of Goblin. There's no coincidence there. Now, a lot of you are asking, Zafi, why the hell do you bring what's the point of bringing this up? What's the point of talking about this man's fecal matter? Like, does it really matter? First of all, this was a defecation. No one can prove it otherwise. Let's compare it. Let's compare it to this fight. I need to stop this video to tell you right now. You need to like the video, otherwise Hollywood will molest me. I have a mission to take over Hollywood completely so we can save storytelling and cinematic visions forever. Hollywood doesn't want me to do this. They might take me hostage one of these days, so I can't do this war alone. I need you to like and subscribe. Blow this video into the ether. Join my army. Spider-Man versus Goblin in the condo. What amazing fight, by the way. I really enjoyed this fight because of how a bit too much CGI in parts, but I love the scene where Tom Holland Spider-Man gets on top of Green Goblin, starts pounding, punching, and he just gets laughed at and then body slammed down like 4 floors, and he looks like this. I love this. Love this fight. But the second fight, way more one-sided. Way shorter of a fight too. Kind of disappointing. Now I understand. Peter is justifiably enraged beyond belief. Aunt May just died. An enraged Peter is like nigh unstoppable when it, like, especially to a villain like Goblin. An angry Spider-Man is a scary thing. That's a scary sight to behold. So I don't blame the choreography in this regard. Him beating the shit out of Green Goblin made sense, but it's underwhelming. Prior to what Green Goblin was shown to be, who was punching Tom across rooms with a single punch, now this fight is nothing. This fight lasts a minute and it's just Green Goblin getting his ass whooped. It doesn't hit the same as a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fight scene. Listen, when Tobey Maguire Spider-Man went off, when he got angry, listen, Goblin folded immediately and started begging for his life. So that I understand, but the lead up to it, the build up, most fights don't have this. Now I get it. The No Way Home fight, there were 2 separate fights. One, Tom got destroyed, then he destroyed Goblin. Fine. This feels different because all of it happening in one is like a roller coaster. In No Way Home, the fights still feel clean. They still feel like there's not as much consequence. Whereas when these two fight, it's brutal. I need movies to start making heroes look vulnerable again, y'all. Please! Please do this. I want my heroes to start looking like they're getting their asses pounded. And this can be applied to everything. Even the movie The Gray Man that came out a couple years ago between Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. The build-up between these two high-caliber assassins, was being pushed throughout the entire movie. And the confrontation, you were waiting for them to fight. And when they do fight, Chris Evans gets his ass whipped. So bad, it's not even a fight. The villain looks like a joke. In John Wick, sure, at times he's struggling against certain fighters, especially in the last movie, but he makes it out clean. We don't see fighters look pathetic. We don't see superheroes look pathetic. We don't see our heroes look pathetic anymore. And I want that era back, where heroes shit themselves. That's what I want. Okay? That's all I ask for, Hollywood. Let me choreograph this shit. If you want to know why Tom Holland's Spider-Man's true potential was completely ruined by Marvel, by the way, watch this video here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafi Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.